It's the Villains Talk Show. Hello and welcome to the Villains Talk Show. I'm C4. I'm all accompanied as always with my favorite co-hosts, Sarah Vike, Insanieac, the Great Grease Goblin, and the voice of God himself, Sir Jeremy. Hello. Welcome to One Shot Sundays. We are a little late today, but that's just because, you know, we all have to get back from work. We all do things in the day. It sucks, but it's life.
It's like we all have lives outside of this.
Oh, God.
We do? What?
The hope is one day we don't. One day I wish to not have a life outside this. Yeah, welcome back to One Shot Sundays, where we do one shots. We usually have a guest on with us. Unfortunately, it's a little late for them, but they will be on Wednesday. I can't wait for you to meet them. They're an awesome person. They work with kids and some pretty crazy stuff. So, good on them. I hope we'll see them on Wednesday. But other than that, we're here, your hosts, to do a one shot. Today's one shot
For Pie Day.
Exactly. Today's one shot is pie themed. We have very little idea what it is, but we were told to make our characters, and so what we're gonna do, as request of the great God himself, not the likeness, the other one, Sir Jeremy. We're going to describe our characters, starting with Sarah, then moving to Insanieac, then Grease Goblin, then me, and then he will pull us into the one shot. And
all right.
I think that's all the information. Yeah, go Sarah.
Well, my name is Tally, and I am an elf, and I am a monk. And I don't really love wandering around and fighting things. I much prefer the circus. I think that it's just so much fun to perform and act for everyone and juggle and walk across tight wires. It's so much fun. The circus is my favorite place, and it's where I spend all of my days, all the time, and where I want to be for the rest of my life.
Ow, my soul.
Where in the circus is your preferred position, Tally?
I'm a pretty big fan of the tightrope. But I do also like juggling. Sometimes I combine the two.
Oh, tightrope and juggling.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Alright. I like it already. This is great.
Thank you.
I think I've seen that Cirque du Soleil.
What?
The one underwater.
What?
Sarah, I love your innocence, and I'm not gonna break it.
Okay.
Good.
I was just gonna say, I think you have to pay extra for that, sir.
Actually, you don't.
Patreon, maybe that'll be happening on our second period.
Yeah, but I mean, it was the hint. It was the subtlest of hints.
Hey. Follow me on OnlyFans.
I mean, I think your username gets banned off of OnlyFans, but...
Yeah. That does seem likely.
Yeah.
I'm playing it.
That is another channel, my friend.
45-year-old.
And that's not legal in most countries.
All right, let's hear from Insanieac.
Segue.
Being insane.
I'm playing Insane in the Membrane. Playing a 45-year-old campfire that looks like a 13-year-old kind of girl that wears like just casual commoner dress clothes with a kind of a black collar necklace with a little green stone on it. And it's long, kind of dark, black hair, kind of grudge girl a little bit, but a little shorter, not that long. And she walks around carrying this fuzzy like wolf kind of like stuffed animal. And it's her best friend she talks to all the time, and she tells her time called Talk to Fuzzy, and Fuzzy helps her through all of her problems. She was
You froze.
vampire kind of that adopted her, and she recently pretty much finished convincing all the people in her town to turn around and go stake him in the middle of the night while he was sleeping, and now she's become kind of like the higher tier up of the place, but keeping it low key. She plays innocent and like all quiet and tries to ask for people's help, and she gets close to someone, and then she bites the fuck out of them, and she gets attacked. She's got her Fuzzy to kind of help her out. She got this wolf that she can summon.
Okay.
And what's this girl's name?
Elise. She's like small size, and her dog is medium.
Okay.
If she really wanted to, she could ride it. I haven't really thought about you doing it too much though. That'd be interesting at some point.
All right. What about the great Goblin himself?
Funny you should say that. Today, I am playing Jonathan, the Greasy Goblin.
This just got way better.
Oh, you haven't heard how he spells it.
All right, continue.
It's Jonathan with an H.
Oh, I fucking hate you. Oh, I hate you. Oh, this is gonna be so good.
Continue.
As a fresh young face in the red light district of Waterdeep, Jonathan, a well-endowed goblin, made quite the name for himself, being willing to do what most others would not. Much later in his life, he decided at the ripe young age of 59 to give up on his dream of being the best goblin lover in Waterdeep. After losing the title 51 years in a row, he lost most of the time to Octavio.
Since he was 8?
Goblins are fully mature at the age of 8.
Okay, good.
I did look this up.
You scared me for a moment there.
Yeah, they live such short lifestyles.
I'm glad I lived a full life.
He spent most of his downtime reading old books which eventually led him to this tome, which actually led to a secret passage to an aboleth living beneath Waterdeep. This aboleth offered him powers of charismatic tentacles, which led him to getting into a bad habit of smothering himself in garlic butter. Eventually, rats started to follow him. He tamed them, and eventually they would cover him, leading him to a life in the kitchen, opening up his own little shop where the rats worked for him. And that is Jonathan the Greasy Goblin.
Okay.
Great.
He is a
Beautiful.
warlock and a swarm master.
Nice.
Okay.
My character is a human, and I guess where you get him, what he's doing right now, is he'd be just sitting in his home, probably just reading a book. No, not really doing much. He
Sorry, what was his name?
His name's Jonathan. He's not aware if he has any magical abilities or anything, but it's like he's in his early 30s, about 6'4".
How is this spelled?
One might even say that he's 30.
He's husky. He's got a great personality. He's a barbarian, but he doesn't know it. Very persuasive. Talks a lot. Thinks that he knows a lot of things and just keeps talking out of his ass like he will. but actually sometimes doesn't know shit. And extremely persuasive. He's very persuasive. To the point that he can be almost annoying. I don't know how I came up with the idea for this character. But, alright, yeah, it's me.
How is it spelled?
My character is me, sitting here in this chair right now.
Alright.
Yeah.
My character will be me playing me if I got ripped into a fantasy reality of whatever you're about to make. I've always wanted to do this.
We have Tally, Elise, and Jonathan in human form and in both grease and butter form.
Yep.
Oh, one other thing
Yep.
about Jonathan.
Oh boy.
He only wears a pink tutu.
He also specified earlier it's the very stiff kind that goes straight out, not the kind that like floops over.
Yeah,
oh,
that-
like the ballerina tutus.
Yes.
They're both ballerina tutus.
I thought the other one was... Anyway, it doesn't matter.
No, it's yeah.
Sorry, I gotta save my skills for in-game.
Alright.
Oh no.
Alright. So we have Tally the circus freak. We have Elise the goth
Yep.
vampire. We have Jonathan the goblin of grease and butter, and we have Jonathan of himself.
The other greasy goblin.
I love it. So, for whatever reason, the four of you have been pulled out of your timelines of success.
I was very successful in the circus thing.
Thank you. Thank you. I like to think my life is at least somewhat of a success.
I ended up opening a restaurant where
So
one rat's
much so
birthday.
that you have alternate personalities in timelines. You shall be competing against yourself today. So, I believe Jonathan has a 50-50 chance of winning this. In one form or another. The four of you have been pulled out of your respective timelines. Each of you find yourselves placed in a kitchen, fully stocked.
I automatically scream, "Oh God, I'm in a nightmare."
As you should.
I thought I left
Weird, I
work
just
like...
left this kitchen.
I was gonna say, I yell, I just left the kitchen like 2 hours ago. What is this?
For each of you find yourselves in Granny's kitchen. You shall be competing today in the ultimate of bake-offs. You shall imagine your own ingredients. Bake me the ultimate of pies. Yes? Everybody shall make what they think is Granny's favorite pie.
Granny's favorite pie.
Why do we gotta make pie for Granny?
I immediately...
Because if you don't, I shall eat you.
Eat our what?
Our
Well,
souls.
that's not very nice.
Oh, lovely.
Granny, when you say I can imagine my ingredients, does that mean I can just think of the ingredient and it will show up?
Yes.
So are we each in our own kitchen, like we're each alone, or are we all in
Yes,
a
you are alone in your own very perfect kitchens.
Oh.
All of a sudden you see like 20...
That doesn't mean you may not cause mischief to your fellow bakers.
What? There's other people?
You may not see them, but very close around you, there are others competing for Granny's favorite pie.
Wait, hold on. Magic's real?
I'm gonna look for something to juggle, preferably apples.
I try... Okay.
The most perfect of red and green appear before you.
I pick up a bunch and start juggling them.
I
They
think
are all perfectly weighted. Make an acrobatics check.
Let's
Think
see.
about this, Pussy. This is a weird predicament. I don't know what we should do.
19.
You toss them through the air very naturally. Granny is semi-impressed.
I
I'm glad to
immediately
entertain you, Granny. I'm much better at this than I am at baking pies.
I immediately think of pumpkins, wheat flour, and cornstarch, and a grinder, a baster, and about 20 dead fat kids.
Several sacks appear upon the counter before you, and a pungent aroma fills the air around you.
I immediately start working. Immediately. I start turning the pumpkin into a puree, and I start throwing the dripping sacks, I hope, of what they are. I take a quick check and start throwing them into the grinder.
As you imagine the pumpkin pureeing itself, it begins to form into a dish. The pumpkins begin to puree in front of you as you focus on other things.
Perfect. Can I use a mage hand?
It's like having a little mage hand servant working within your kitchen.
Perfect.
Can I go look for other people?
You see nobody around you, but the pungent aroma of pumpkins fills the air around you.
I just shout like, "Hello, is anyone out there?"
Do I hear it?
Your voice echoes into the darkness. Nobody else hears you.
Is this my kitchen or is this her kitchen?
Pardon?
The kitchen I'm in. I want like, is it just a rant? Like, I need to know.
It seems very familiar.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to keep juggling, and I'm also going to throw in some other acrobatic tricks.
All right.
Do some flips and, some cartwheels in between juggling.
Can I try to summon my fuzzy, my shadow hound, essentially?
He summons next to you. It's like a wolf wearing a granny's apron.
I'm gonna kind of.
As a swarm keeper, do my rats appear with me?
They do. You have a small swarm of rats around you.
Okay.
Oh my.
Each of them carrying like random baking devices.
Cinderella, Cinderella, what we want to make Cinderella.
No, that wasn't what I was thinking.
You're not cool enough for Ratatouille. Don't even start.
He runs his own kitchen.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get them to do it for me.
They begin
I'll
crawling up onto the counters with their ingredients, and they stare at you expectantly.
I look at my lead rat and tell him to think of the best ingredient he can think of. I can't speak with animals, but that is what I say.
A large wheel of cheese appears upon your counter.
Perfect. Next.
It is the strongest, most aromatic cheese you have ever smelled.
I look at the next rat and tell him to think of something.
Emmental then?
Another large wheel of cheese appears on your counter.
Okay.
More cheese. More cheese.
So I said like I said, this session's gonna be very, very ridiculous.
I want to think of 20 live children.
Oh my.
Get 20 large sacks appear upon your counter, and a very pungent aroma fills the air.
I think the only pie my character can think of is like...
It's definitely not just the cheese. What was that, Andrew?
I said I think the only kind of pie my character might know is like a shepherd's pie.
Alright.
Thinking back to when she.
You immediately think of a shepherd, and like a small flock of sheep appear in the space around you. You're almost herded in, and all you hear is this bleating of sheep now filling your kitchen.
I send my Fuzzy to go get me some.
But
They're surrounding you. You're just pressed in from all sides.
if your Fuzzy is not Fuzzy, does that mean Fuzzy
Give me
Wuzzy
some-
wasn't Fuzzy, was he?
He's Fuzzy.
Goodness,
Honestly, he was
John.
Fuzzy.
I'm gonna
Fuzzy, I need some
I-
ground meat.
I'm gonna try and use magic because I've never used magic before because I don't know what magic is.
I mean, right now you have this bowl mashing pumpkins in front of you.
Yes, but I'm obviously not doing that. At least I don't think so, right?
Maybe not. Because this is the craziest thing. Maybe you've never experienced this before.
I'm gonna try and be like, all right, so I know D&D, I know I gotta be something, and I just kind of figure out in my head. I'm like, man, okay, if I'm in magic, I probably like a bard of some kind. I'm gonna try and just be like, okay, unseen servant, and I'm gonna try and like wave my hands, not knowing a damn thing I'm doing, and be like, unseen servant.
You wave. So you start waving your hands frantically, and then the beater lifts out of the bowl and begins to wave frantically.
Oh, okay.
Spraying pumpkin chunks
Well, that's fine.
and pulp everywhere.
I put it back down, and I'm like, okay, so that didn't work. All right. I need to make dough, so I need eggs. You want good things, Granny? Give me something sweet like eagle eggs. Bald eagle eggs. I need 10 of them.
Oh boy.
10 eggs appear upon your counter.
Are they bald eagle eggs? Did I even say that? Just looking around.
You hear no voice back to you, but they appear very pristine and a little larger than maybe you're expecting.
I then go, perfect! Love you, Granny! And start making dough while I keep making the puree for the pumpkin. And then I use my mage hand to just keep pushing sacks into the meat grinder.
Okay.
How big is the counter?
When you look on, it seems to expand forever into the darkness.
God, it is my worst nightmare.
Never
I have
knew.
no idea.
Yeah, when the sheep kind of be like, "Oh, hi, sheep. Fuzzy just needs your meat. It's okay. Love you."
They bleat and seem to just walk unendingly into this large grinder. Like it's
I can't
almost
speak
a doorway into
animal.
one side. And
can't
yeah,
speak
they seem to
animals that well.
they seem to just respond.
Yeah, I'm a feed for.
It's almost like
in
one
the
of those
kitchen.
meat packing commercials where you see the animals like walk into the door on one side, and out the other side is like perfectly pristine.
Do they have a giant smile
this
on their face?
lump
I
of,
have
oh yeah, absolutely right. And they're like whistling little tunes as they walk in.
What is that, from Homer's Dream? Come, Homer, take a pork chop!
Next, we need potatoes.
I'm gonna finish up my little fun juggling routine with a sword burst, and then I'm gonna put down the apples and hop onto the counter and contort myself around and look around and say, "Hey, Granny, so you want your favorite kind of pie? Do you want to give me any hints or clues to what it is?"
Make a performance check.
I'm really good at performance. 19.
19.
Yeah.
You hear a cackle of, you look pretty tasty, my dear.
Oh, well then, that's not very nice. I want to
That's
just keep playing around with the circus. Is there something else you'd like better?
Sold.
Probably another a laugh followed by maybe a little effort.
A little effort? Sorry, Jeremy, I lost the last word there.
Yeah, that was the word.
Okay. Little effort? How do I put that in a pie?
Bye.
I'll put a little effort in there. Just try harder.
I guess I'll start with a crust. I haven't made one of these in a long time. I start thinking about the ingredients I'm gonna need.
All right. They slowly start forming before you. If you want, you can make maybe this isn't something you're used to, an intelligence, or we'll say wisdom check, like a perception.
Sure. 11.
11. Okay. You think you got mostly what you need? You know, eggs, milk, flour.
Cool.
And you start slowly going to work.
I asked.
I have an invisible version of Mage Hand, so I'm gonna use that to start mixing it up.
Okay. It starts like the bowl lifts up into the air and starts whipping things together for you.
Sweet.
I asked Granny because she mentioned at the beginning I can affect other people. I go, so how am I supposed to?
That's what I was thinking.
How am I supposed to affect other people, Granny? I don't know how to use magic. I am just person. And as I'm completely making these pies or this beautiful thing that I'm making.
I want to send Fuzzy over to see John's pumpkins. Not Gracie John the other room.
Maybe we make a little deal, yes?
Well, I look up. I just kind of say, well, it can't be for my soul because you're already got me making you pie for that one. So I don't know what else I have to offer.
Your body. Obviously.
I was just gonna say. I look down at the awkward signs. I kind of look down. I'm like, I mean, I've done worse. They just kind of put one hand and just slowly lift up my shirt. I also say under my breath, man, I got to cross this one off the bucket list. Sleep with a deific entity? Sick. No one's gonna believe this when I get back home. Or if I don't. Who cares at this point?
Sleep with Granny. These tired old bones need your loving.
Everyone needs a little love.
Hold me tight.
I guess, yeah, along the lines of, if you should win, maybe you spend a little time with Granny?
I would immediately say, excuse me, if I win, I spend all the time with Granny, because if you're sending me back to my reality, there's a problem. I have realized in the last 10 minutes that magic exists, I have power, and there's things beyond my universe. I'm not going back. And as I keep making my pie.
I try to get some potatoes.
If I open up the bags, what do I see?
You know which bags you open.
The ones
Most
that
of them
are
normal
giving
ingredients. Some of them some of them are very gruesome, smelly sights. Once you open the bag, like flies fill the air.
More flies for my cloak.
Uh,
So I did take the cloak of flies.
in the case of Elise, potatoes begin to grow right out of the counter.
I just want to use Cloud of Daggers to start cutting things a bit faster.
Okay.
Just out of curiosity, other than me and Andrew, do people actually know what they're making? Because I actually am using an ingredient list.
I have an idea.
I know what I mean.
I haven't decided yet.
By the way, all that meat that I've been grinding, I'm putting it. I imagine a giant compactor, and I'm juicing the meat for all the blood, and I'm
Oh,
collecting the blood.
All right.
And then I need
Blood
raisins.
sausages.
I need raisins. No. This is better than you think. I need raisins. I need a leavener, so like a rye flour. I need butter, lots of butter, and I have the eggs. I also need a stone oven would be better, Granny, but any oven will work.
All of these things. So there are no walls. There's no roof. It's very much like a dark Matrix expansion.
Yeah.
Instead of a white room where the shelves go on forever, you're in a dark room where your countertops go on forever, and every time you turn around, the rack is full of whatever utensils you should need.
Perfect. And
Mixers
spices.
appear, stone ovens, any spices you should need.
I need thyme and paprika for sure. Anyway, you guys keep going. I could do this.
Anyone else?
Yeah, I need some potatoes.
Oh, I still want to know how to influence other people.
So your counter is growing potatoes.
I still want to know how to interview.
Start peeling.
You have plenty of
Boiling.
potatoes.
Give me all the potatoes.
You know what I do?
And some corn.
I try to use.
A little bit.
I try to get a sense if I can see or like maybe feel if anyone's around me. Can I try that?
Be interesting for your palate.
So oddly, like reaching out, you get the feeling of like many hands mixing around you, besides the one in front of you.
I asked Granny because I don't know how magic works. I'm like, okay, so I know this spell. It's called Shatter. Is there a way I can shatter one of their tables? Gotta give me a break here, Granny. I don't know how magic works.
You just get a cackle as yeah, you probably just get the sense of like many bowls mixing around you besides the one in front of you.
I try to reach out for one of those bowls that I can sense, and I try to cast Shatter, even though I have no idea what I'm fucking doing. So I just try to imagine something shattering, and just being like, okay, maybe this will work. And I say while I'm doing it, like, magic. 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 Come on, Jonathan, you can do this. You're in a world of magic now. Magic.
Bless you for trying, Sonny. Here, I will hand you a secret. Try this. And you hear a whisper as, like, paprika, like a random spice, floats forward. And it gives you, like, kind of the sense of the motion of, like, dusting it, either to your left, to your right, or behind you.
I immediately go... It would probably go right behind me. Be like, all right.
Okay.
And then I would say thanks. I would be like, thanks, sexy. And then I'd get back to it.
Tally, make a Constitution save.
Oh, I knew it was going to be me.
And she would hear, and then I would be like, thanks, sexy. And then I'd just keep back to making
the smell of paprika fills the air, and you this urge to sneeze.
It's 14.
14.
Yeah.
You sneeze within the bowl as it whips up into the bowl.
Oh, gross. I just sigh. Ah, well, that sucks. Guess I've got to start again.
But you get the sense of, like, paprika flowing in over your shoulder from behind you. As you get this urge to sneeze, and you sneeze into the bowl ahead of you, the hand just keeps whipping and mixing.
Well, I tell it to stop, and I say, well, I guess I've got to start again. And I start it again. I throw out what I had, and I start again.
I have an idea. Maybe I can blind some of these people. Make it harder for them. I'll see if I can cast...
But I think I know what kind of pie I want to make for you now, Granny.
I'll see if I can cast darkness.
Okay. Start again. Yeah. Andrew?
So I should see if I can cast darkness. This around, kind of like where it sounded like people are kind of working.
So you're working away, and you get like the slightest hint of paprika flowing from your left shoulder over your left shoulder to your.
There's paprika over the shoulder.
Doesn't touch the air for very long. It's like just like the hint is like the slightest hint in the air.
Managed to cast darkness though.
Yep.
For me, so I kind of missed it.
Unfortunately, even you can't see.
Well, with
darkness, even you can't see.
Well, for being a shadow sorcerer, if you cast it using your sorcery points, it allows you to see through it.
All right.
So it's just two sorcery points. So I still can't see. I thought about this.
So is everyone in darkness?
Nope.
15 for the Rickus.
Who is in darkness? Is anyone? Other than Andrew?
Just him.
Oh, good. I was trying to center it around, like, the angles, but yeah, cool.
Good. Scary.
So now that I've been experimenting with the prowess of disabilities,
I'll continue working on my shepherd's pie.
I'm going to think up of a bunch of specific ingredients, like some apples, specifically Granny Smith apples.
How would you know what Granny Smith is?
Oh, green apples. Happy?
That's better.
Some cherries, preferably red cherries. Some apricots. Some black cherries. Some cranberries. Some figs. Raisins.
You making like a trifle?
Don't worry about it. Some butter, some cinnamon.
What was that one? Raisin? Did you say raisins last one?
Yes.
Making a fruit cake.
He's making a fruit cake.
Most of us are fucking cooks. Like,
yeah.
You fucking kidding me?
I'm keeping the children though. That's part of.
I was gonna say, what's the point of the kids? At least I have a use for them.
Why else would I use a cloud of daggers on the kids?
So I'm making a Yorkshire blood pudding.
Yeah, I figured.
With pumpkin. Yeah.
I'm going for a minced meat pie.
I'm making shepherd's pie.
I have not yet revealed what I'm making.
Yeah, and then a bunch of spices. And I'm going to get the rats to work doing the things that need to be done for the stuff while I'm mincing up the children.
the different mincings and blendings and choppings,
Yeah.
and they're all very proficient, like more so than they should be.
Yeah, they're well trained.
Oh no.
Rest of you just like this weird sense in the air, like there's like a small army working around you.
Fun.
And I can't forget about the most important member of my staff. I summon my tentacle and get him to start directing the other half of the rats that I'm not directing. Can't speak, it just
All
points.
right.
I asked Granny, can I get some music? Like,
Whatever music you want starts playing.
Okay.
Immediately, like the music of your heart begins to play.
so what you're saying starts playing is Skeleton Witch on full blast. Full blast.
Can the rest of us
And
hear his music?
And as
You guys are given whatever tools to make
what Caden
beyond the best, because your souls are at stake.
Can I make it somehow so they can hear the music? Can I make it louder? I like loud music.
Make a wisdom save.
I don't think I got wood wisdom. What is my wisdom? +2 for the save.
What? Way too high.
Ouch.
Do
Love you, John.
17, so 19.
19. Everybody begins to hear this like metal music, but like very lightly in the air around you.
I'm jamming. Like I'm singing along and just jamming, making my pudding.
I listen to it and I go, I bet one of the clowns would really like this. Marcus? He'd totally like this.
I could play you the song I'm listening to.
Is it possible to try to cast
Don't do that, John.
major image on like over in a different area?
Make a wisdom save.
Is it possible to cast a major image on like one of the different areas around me?
Yeah, he said make a wisdom save.
Possibly.
I
Yeah,
couldn't.
make-
I didn't
make
hear
a
that.
wisdom
Sorry.
save.
Cutting it out a little bit here and there, so apologies.
What was that?
18.
18.
I'm trying to send the image
So-
of Fuzzy with this the Shadow Wolf.
I mean, so you see nothing, but you get the feeling that your wolf is being seen in other spaces, and everybody else gets this odd image of this really like it's almost like a dire wolf
See,
wearing a granny apron.
yeah, nice.
I look at it and I say,
standing across the
cute.
counters from you.
I've never seen a wolf before, so I pull up a knife and go, "What the fuck is that?"
You've never been to the zoo or seen pictures?
Dude, I've been to the zoo. I've never seen a wolf like standing literally across from me before.
It's like full black, kind of like.
Yeah,
Wolves
yeah,
at the
no.
zoo.
My sister has described to me what those wolves look like in real life, and they are fucking terrifying. And it's a dire
It's a
wolf,
medium.
so it's
Roll a
bigger.
D4.
D4.
It's bigger. I'd be fucking scared. I'd be like, "What the fuck is that?"
It's a medium size.
It's a dire wolf. It's a wolf of
Sorry,
legend
what
and
was that,
lore.
Edgar?
Not quite as big. It's a 1.
A 1.
Yep.
Okay. The other 3 tables are stalled for 1 more round. None of you know this yet, but this is also speed.
Oh, great.
Can I use the tentacle to slap it?
I was gonna say, can I
You are all just
use vicious mockery?
Roll what?
yeah. Take about a round before you guys figure out that this is just an image. It's not real.
I'd still throw something at it.
I'd use the tentacle to slap it.
This is
I'm gonna
Yeah,
hold
you
my
might
head
throw
and-
something. You might slap
like
it with your
around 10, like-
tentacle.
Oh, that is around. You're right.
You
That's
might
6
scream
seconds.
or yell at it, but it doesn't
Yeah.
seem to respond to you. But it takes you all the 3 of you about a round to react.
Sorry, I forgot
I'm gonna
around
hold
is
my
6
hand out and make
seconds.
This
kissy noises.
granny dressed wolf.
So it would take 6 seconds for me to realize, like, oh, fuck. Okay, well that wasted time. Get back to making my food.
It's fuzzy.
Well, when I realize that it's not a real wolf, I'm gonna go, oh, too bad. I thought that I would get to meet it. Well, I guess I better keep going. And I'm gonna ask Granny, I don't really cook very much. Everything in the circus is kind of cooked for me. Any chance I could have a recipe for the kind of pie I want to make? I remember most of the ingredients, but it's been a long time.
Okay, so you're given a very basic recipe.
Can I have a recipe for a lemon meringue
for
pie?
apple pie.
No.
Considering that's lemon meringue.
Yeah.
All right.
I ask for 3.
Do I get the recipe?
Yep.
Sweet.
I ask for a half-eaten banana with full peel.
Okay.
And then I toss it over my left shoulder.
And the awkward thing is it's like a full banana, but it feels half empty.
Like,
The peel isn't opened?
the stereotypical banana on the ground peel. I just ask, and I just like open it so it's like the flaps around my hand, and I toss it over my left shoulder to like the left.
Okay. To the left. All right.
The left.
That goes to the Goblin of Grease and Butter. Make a dex save.
Would there be advantage because I am so greasy and slippery all the time?
If anything, I would say argue against their disadvantage.
Yeah.
But I've gotten used to being all slippery.
Oh.
Tell that to your
After 40 years.
tell that to your face in the ground.
So a deck save? That is a 19. Unless you want disadvantage.
Okay. So you step and slide like a half foot to your left when you stand on this banana that just kind of comes out of nowhere.
Can I sense kind of where it came from?
A tree, probably.
To your right.
Okay. Can I kind of want to see if I could throw a dagger in that direction while casting Cloud of Daggers.
What does Cloud of Daggers do?
Creates a 5-foot area of daggers that swing around violently.
Escalating things like that.
It fills the air with spinning daggers in a cube.
So
5 foot
I'm
on
guessing
each
that's a
side.
dex save?
No, there is no save. It is,
Oh, really?
yeah. You fill the air with spinning
Sure.
daggers in a cube 5 feet on each side, centered on a point you choose within range. Range is 60 feet. A creature takes 44 damage when it enters the spell area, and for the first time on a turn, it starts their turn there.
Okay, so I'm going to say because you can't choose the space, he's going to take half that damage.
Okay, that's fair. So 2d4 damage.
It's like an auto-passed save, so you get the effect, but
Okay.
because
And
you
it
can't choose
stays
it,
up to a minute.
Do I get to use a reaction? Dispel magic?
That's an action.
Is it?
technically work.
Okay.
It would be 7 damage.
That's like trap carding an effect that already happened, right?
Okay. But I can use it next time.
Yeah.
Okay.
7 damage with the 2d4.
7 damage?
Yes.
Do I take that?
Yep.
Okay.
So is it just like a field of daggers now in his area?
Wow, that was a bit of an overreaction.
Right? Way to escalate things.
Yeah.
Right?
I just threw a banana
sure
peel
to get
over my
more.
shoulder and the guy got pissed.
Maybe the Jonathans will kill each other and it'll just be me and Elise.
I'm just gonna toss notes.
I think Jonathan will win.
I'm okay with that.
It's here to
At the
win.
end, Elise is going
He's been a loser the rest of his life. He wants to be a winner now.
There's a perfect person to
Well,
help somebody
now that
out.
I have a recipe, I'm going to ask for the ingredients for my recipe and start mixing them together and separating my eggs and whipping up a meringue and all of that. And as I'm doing it, I'm just going to keep talking and just keep contorting into weird positions on the counter and just saying, like, this used to be my favorite. The monks used to make this all the time, way back when I was in the monastery. And I'm just going to just rattle on and on to Granny about my childhood. Growing up in a monastery and how I got bored and joined the circus. And then I will keep going on about all my stories from the circus.
We call your characters red shirts.
Oh yeah, I'm totally gonna die, but I'm having fun.
Elise starts talking
Tally
to
is
Fuzzy
happy and doing her best, okay? She's not a cook.
Alright.
Used to make shepherd's pie all the time for the board he went crazy.
I guess you're doing response to this craziness.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, you could have heard me.
I think he said it's a...
Yeah, to respond. Or does he continue going on?
Good.
I'll probably pause every now and then to let her go on, or to let her respond.
Did we... He's deep in thought. I see. Ah!
Yeah. Too loud.
What?
Nothing happened. Everyone, nothing happened.
Oh, I'm so good at sound.
Nothing happened. Nothing happened.
I feel like my internet dying too.
Oh
Nothing
no.
Nothing happened.
Alright.
At least just talks to Fuzzy about how they used to make their shepherd's pie. Continue.
Yes, the shepherd's pie.
Jonathan just keeps telling the rats to keep doing what they're doing.
Um,
And how far along are they coming?
as soon as I can. Oh, let me finish with him.
They seem to be going as fast as their little legs will carry them.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, as soon as I can, I just cast Dispel Magic and go, well, not fucking with them anymore. Just keep cooking. Because, you know, me who's never seen magic before throws a banana peel and then gets a bunch of knives surrounded by him and goes, huh! Okay. I ain't fucking with you guys anymore. I'm focusing on the cooking. Fuck that is basically what you hear.
I mean, it could be funny to see through a fireball, though.
Nope, fuck that.
That could be fun.
I threw a banana peel. I got dives back. That is a fuck that if I ever heard of it.
No, do it. Kill Jonathan.
But
I'm trying.
Battle of the Jonathans.
I then go. So I would have the stone oven. I've made. So once I make the dough, it has to rise. So I'd probably use a stone oven with wood fire. And while I'm mixing, I'd be taking the blood puree that I got and mixing it with my batter. Probably then I'd be adding the raisins. I'd be adding a bit more butter. I'd imagine some cream cheese that I could throw in there. And then I'd be thinking about filling. That would be the other part of the pumpkin. So I take more of the pumpkin puree and more of the blood puree and kind of make like a literal, like a pumpkin, like a sweet paste with sugar. And then as I make the pie in the clay plate that I imagine, I basically layer it in such a way that I put the puree, like a nice chunk of puree, this blood puree in the middle of the blood pudding. So basically what it'll be is it'll be a blood pudding with a pumpkin blood, with a blood pumpkin finish. Kind of like a pumpkin torte and raisins and...
Pumpkin with a lumpkin finish?
Yeah, with a little bit of exactly. With a little bit I would put little because it's a Yorkshire pie, I'd put some raisins, maybe a little bit of apricots in there, cut a little bit of peaches, just dried, and then as I let it rise, I'd be also making a dressing. I'd be using the rest of the pumpkin and the rest of the I'd basically turn the bones into like a nice powder, and I'd mix that with sugar and a bit of coloring. Probably more blood, and I'd make like a really nice, like a sweet hollandaise that I would then drizzle, that I'm going to drizzle over my Yorkshire pudding. I hope you were listening to all that, because this is like, I'm making myself hungry.
For everybody else, bowls drop out of midair. Make dex checks to catch them.
Nat 20.
No, you're the only one who does it. Your Dispel Magic is causing bowls in other spaces to drop.
Sick.
24.
Okay, you managed to catch yours.
15.
15. You catched it, but some spills.
All my bowls were being controlled by a rat, or the rats.
And they seem to fumble.
One more time, Jeremy.
Well, they're well trained in the kitchen.
Ooh, maybe your rats
Even
are too
though,
magical.
yeah, they seem to be fumbling. It's almost like they're magically enhanced. So you got like 6 rats stacked on top of each other, right? Like the third one up's carrying the bowl, the fifth one up's carrying the spoon, and he's stirring frantically, right?
Okay.
So maybe it's like the fourth one in between the two is like slipping a little bit and almost drops a guy into the bowl above him.
Ooh, rat pie.
Okay. I would take the bowl from them. I would scold them for not living up to their expectations.
But the 3 of you all get responses, and Granny's gonna tell you she's starting to get hungry, children.
Well, Granny, you're just gonna have to be patient. This takes a little bit of time. And I haven't done this in a very long time. I'm not a cook. I don't know why you picked me.
Because you look very tasty, child.
Well, I assure you I'm not.
I disagree.
Wouldn't it be much more fun to just watch me perform? Come on, Granny.
In this case, make a wisdom save, Sarah.
Wisdom save. 7. Nope, 16.
16?
Yeah.
So you get dizzy and lightheaded for a second, and almost like an out-of-body experience for almost a half second. And then laughter, like the cackling of Granny, fills your mind of, child, you are so very far behind.
Well, what did I tell you? I'm not a cook. What do you expect from me? And then I go back to mumbling or regaling her with tales of the circus while I continue heating up my meringue and everything, and yeah.
Okay.
Or whisking up my meringue.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
6.
Okay.
Oh no, are we losing our first contestant?
Oh, I'm so dead.
Oh no.
So your kitchen light goes dark, and the other 3 contestants now envision a tightrope walker, but she seems to keep regaling them of stories of her circus performance as they continue to cook.
Is she hot?
Am I still cooking?
Sarah, you are the first soul eats Granny's belly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All I got there was static.
I'm dead.
Sarah's,
Granny ate me.
Sarah,
That makes sense.
do we actually watch her get eaten, or I just watch her like fall into like oblivion?
No, as she feels her spirit sink and emptiness fill around her, the rest of you, it's almost like a chair slowly like appears in front of you with this circus performer, but it's transparent, and the circus performer almost sadly begins to regale you of previous circus performances. They smell oddly of lemons.
Is my music louder than them? That's all I want to know. Is my music louder than them?
Probably.
Good. That I don't care at that point. Andrew's Insaniac's internet's just fritzing out. He'll be back in a second, guys. In that case, I mean, at that point, if I'm at where I think I'm at, I'd get my mage hand or whatever to keep stirring the sauce, the puree that I'm going to put on top of the pudding while it's in the oven. And
I'm going to say it's Andrew and Caden have 2 responses, and then we're going to see who the next victim is.
I was just going to say, all I'd be doing is while that stuff's all going and have the hand stirring that, I'm going to imagine a champagne. I know the exact kind. It's a Pinot Noir. And fresh oranges with a little bit of apricot and 2 glasses. And some orange juice. Well, I guess I can make it. But 2 glasses.
Insanieac seems to be back.
He seems
Allegedly.
to be.
You missed my death.
Allegedly. I don't see him. I don't see no Insaniac.
Really? Oh.
I am here.
I am here. I am here. I am here.
And I can hear everyone now.
I actually forget what that's from. Oh, Horton Hears the Hoop.
Anyways, yeah, I cut out just before Sarah died.
So we have you and Caden make a response.
Sarah,
To the death?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When you get as old as Jonathan has gotten.
Not her death. You guys. So you
Oh.
have to get everything going around.
I wanted to know how far along that the rats had gotten with the mix for the minced meat.
I would just try to like see if I could shout out to the other people outside, like into the other rooms. If I could shout like, "Have you seen Fuzzy? I lost my dog."
So your voice rings out hollowly. But you do get the feeling that there are other people there, especially with like your mixing coming to a random halt like it did.
Yeah. I got 15 for that, by the way.
15, yeah. You spilled some of yours everywhere. And same with Kate. You catch your bowl, getting the sense of somebody else out there.
Do you need a dex save?
Yeah.
Okay. That is a unnatural 20.
Okay. So you both catch your bowls. Andrew spills his everywhere, and then this voice suddenly fills your kitchen, Andrew. Oh, naughty, naughty! You're making messes. Where? And you slowly get this like cold, hollow feeling filling through your body. The other two, Caden and Jonathan, or I should say the two Jonathan, both make dex saves as it's like sheep mince meat fills your kitchens and just kind of shoots across your walls.
17.
I was about to try to cast sleep.
Also 17.
17? Sure. So whatever you guys are working with now, it's now filled. This sheep, this lamb mincemeat.
Yeah, two meat minced meat pie is still minced meat pie.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get another champagne.
I just mix in the sheep minced meat with whatever
Did I die?
However much was in the bowl.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've gone by how many rounds you guys have been at each other's antics.
I was gonna try further. I was gonna try to cast sleep on them before I died.
Thank God. Yeah, so with all the sheep, I just kind of throw out the bottle of champagne. Check on my puree, see if that's affected. If it is, then just because it's just a garnish on top, I just remake it because that takes like not even a minute. So if it is infected, I just throw it out and make a new one real quick. Because that's it'd make more sense that way. And then hopefully the champagne is infected, and if it is, then just imagine a new bottle of champagne, more oranges, make some orange juice. Because me and Granny, she's going to eat my food. She's going to be having mimosas. It's all breakfast food. And what's better breakfast food than mimosas? With $5,000 champagne. If I'm going to die, I'm going to die having $5,000 champagne.
Fair enough.
Hey, I'm playing me, and this is what me would do. Well, I'm either going to die or I'm going to win. Either way, $5,000 champagne, making mimosas.
I can't believe we're down to the two Jonathans.
You know what's funny? Rounds back and forth between each other. You guys come out, finished product at the same time. My guys, final performance check.
Yes!
Oh, performance check?
Beautiful!
Final performance check.
Plus 11.
That's funny. It came down to Jonathan and Jonathan.
I have a plus 9.
30. I rolled a 19. That's a 30 on my performance.
The two fairly young
I rolled
girls
a
died.
9 plus 19, 28.
28.
Add a d6.
I'm gonna add a d6. I'm a Bardic Inspiration. Thank you for that. 6!
Oh no.
36.
Is there a d6? A d6 to add?
You don't have Bardic Inspiration.
Action points, but
Yeah.
I rolled a 36. You can't beat me now.
Maybe.
Add a d10, just for fun.
That's funny.
Thank you. I forgot about Bardic Inspiration. So good.
and also you inspired yourself. As a
He's probably just
Jonathan
singing
Bard.
songs to himself about how
I'm
great
gonna
he
say
is.
so. The two of you present. You leave your kitchens to enter like a dining room with an old woman with her fingers steepled in front of her. Very gray beehive haircut, sunken eyes, and her fingers seem like almost too. You present each of her dishes. She tastes. Jonathan with an H is lamb.
Lamb child minced meat pie.
Lamb child mincemeat pie.
Right, it came down to the two people who use children in their pies.
Right.
That is for heck.
Great minds think alike, obviously.
And she smiles and she's like, "Very delicate. I enjoyed all of the nice flavors." And then tastes the other one, and you almost see the drool begin to like foam at her at the corners of her mouth as she bites into human Jonathan's pie. And as she does, she's like, "I'm sorry," and turns to the goblin, and immediately, like, she waves her hand as his body just kind of falls over and blackness envelops his vision. And she turns, "You shall be my cook forever come," and she, like, holds her hand out to you, Jonathan.
Oh, dude, I take it without second thought. I'm like, are you kidding? You should have said something sooner. Do we get to share the mimosas? I got champagne.
Who really went
And
there?
you end the vision as Baba Yaga's personal cook for the end of your days, sipping.
Yes.
I think I'm okay with
Who
dying.
really won this day? Yeah, I think
Yes.
that.
I mean, technically, both Jonathan.
Oh, you don't get to go
Jonathan's
home.
won.
You just get to live.
Are you kidding me? I said I don't want to go home. I said to her those exact words. If I win, you ain't not sending me home. There is magic and I'm staying.
And you win the personal bake-off on Pie Day.
Sick. I would in real life. There would be no second thoughts. I'd be like, "Are you kidding me? I just won a magic bake-off with beings I don't understand. Yeah, sorry, family. Bye."
That was the.
So if John
5
ever
rounds.
disappears, we know what happened.
Oh,
it
that was
only 5
great.
rounds.
Yeah, that was only 5 rounds.
That was great. That was
fast
so much
five.
fun.
Oh yeah, it was.
Jonathan. Yes.
Time is dilated, yes, but
So if I blind them in their work, I thought that would be interesting.
I just like
But
that I
you
got
just
30
blinded
daggers
yourself.
that John.
I'd be the happiest man. Like, you have no idea. Especially if it's Baba Yaga and she introduces herself. I'm like, wait a second. Like, Baba Yaga from D&D or Baba Yaga, like the ageless deity from Middle Eastern religion who's like the most powerful creature in all.
they are technically kind of the same thing.
And then I'd be like, do you want my pants off now or later?
Well, you see, Jonathan already had his pants off.
I know, that's how
Jonathan never had pants in the first place. That's, another good
Yeah,
way to
exactly.
See, this Jonathan has a
one
little
counts.
class.
All
This
that
Jonathan
garlic
has
butter
class. This Jonathan brought her champagne because he knows. like I said, it was the end of his life. He was like, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna drink $5,000 champagne while I do it.
I tried to only do it 5 rounds too. I try not to take too long.
Yeah.
Well, that was good. Well, thanks everyone for watching. Hope you guys had as much fun as we did. Join us next Wednesday for our discussion with Fern. And hopefully next week, I don't want to say anything because I don't know, we haven't confirmed yet, but there is someone who I do, Insanieac knows, who hopefully will be coming next week. I hope so. And hopefully we can actually announce that pretty soon. Otherwise, thank you all for watching. I'm sorry you had nothing
Happy
better to
Friday.
do.
Happy Friday.
Yeah, I guess.
Pie Day.
Happy Friday?
Saturday.
No, Pie Day.
Oh,
Pie
Pie
Day.
Day. I was
Pie
going
Day.
to say, guys, it's not Friday.
I think Insaniac's losing his
Oh,
mind.
guys.
Thank you. Thank you all for watching.
Guys, it's Monday.
I'm glad you spent it with us. We had a great time. You're all awesome out there. And, yeah. Thanks a lot. Stay frosty. What no one sees is I actually rave to this every time.